Hello everyone. Now we are going to do Unit 2B from Solutions Pre-Intermediate Students book. Past continuous. I can use a past continuous. I hope you know how to use this kind of tense. The form of this, how the form is like subject plus was verb plus verb ing plus object explains the form of the forming past continuous sentence. Like just I will give a little information. Maybe I'll make a sentence for you. I was doing my homework yesterday at let's say 2:30 p.m. At a certain time, I was doing my homework. I, my homework wasn't finished. I was in the process of doing my homework. I started at a certain time and I was doing this action in some certain time. And this action wasn't finished at 2:30. You read the opening paragraph of a story. Why does the narrator notice a tall man? Narrator is here who is yeah, who has written this letter? I don't know, maybe this paragraph, and who is talking, who is, writing this paragraph. That's a person. That's a narrator. With my backpack in my hands, I stepped off at the train onto the crowd platform. It was 7:30 in the evening. People were hurrying home. A mother and her two young children were like this, sitting next to on a bench. The mother was talking to the boy, but he wasn't looking at her. The girl was singing quietly and playing, and with a toy around them, travelers were shouting greetings, waving goodbye, carrying heavy bags, or running to catch trains. A very tall man was standing completely still. Still, I will tell now, right now, near the exit. Why was he wearing summer clothes in the winter? In this weather. And why was he looking straight at me? Now, why does the narrator notice the tall man? Maybe because that very tall man was standing completely still. Still means without doing any action. Just still, standing with no action, we can say, without doing nothing, just without, moving. Just people can stand still. For example, sit still, you can say. It would be imperative sentence just to say somebody to do something. For example, like stand still, sit still. Do not act, just sit still at your desk. Okay, now all of the underscore words are uh, used in the past continuous tense. Yeah, maybe the narrator mentioned that tall man because he was standing completely still and maybe was wearing summer clothes in this weather and was looking straight at that narrator. Straight at it means just look without looking any other places, straight at. Just looking still at that narrator. Now, for example, people were hurrying home, hurrying. People were hurrying in that action, in that moment. And children were sitting, they were sitting. The action was in the process. The mother was talking, but he wasn't looking. The girl was singing, playing with a toy. Travelers were shouting at that moment. They were carrying, waving. goodbye, just saying goodbye. Running to catch trains, was standing, that man was standing, was veering, I was looking. All these actions are in the process of uh at at that moment, at that time in the evening, help us sound. Okay, now learn this past continuous. We often use the past continuous to set that scene. Set the scene means uh to give information, and maybe you can describe one moment. It was snowing. Two men were walking towards the house. Just we are describing this moment. It was snowing. The action was in process, and two men were walking. They were walking. All of them were in the process. We use the past continuous to talk about an action that was in process at a particular time. At midnight, I was doing my homework. As I mentioned before, like this example, my homework wasn't finished, and I was doing that action was in process. Just it's a describing, it's a setting the same. Yeah. When we use the past continuous with two or more actions, we don't need to repeat the subject. We was were is the subject is the same. Like what is meant here is like uh here travelers, it's the subject, were shouting, greetings, waving goodbye, carrying heavy bags, and running to catch trains. All of these actions are being done by travelers. Travelers were shouting, travelers were waving, travelers were carrying, travelers were running to catch trains. Like we do not have to repeat uh, this to be was were it's not, it's no need to do that. We were sitting on the sofa and eating. Who were eating pizza? We were eating. Well, now, in this moment, I will do grammar builder. Just a minute. 120, 120, 20, 20. What is that? It's 120? No. Or here we are. Complete sentence use past continuous form of the verbs in brackets. If you really know grammar, how to use them, you do not have to, for example, without reading this exercise, I can do, like, what I mean is here, for example, I'm not reading this part, Josh was texting, because only the asked tense is just using past continuous here. At 8 o'clock yesterday evening, Josh was texting his girlfriend without, realizing what the sentence means. You can do that. Why were they laughing? That's mean you were in pain. See? Now, without just reading the complete sentence, it's easy to think because only thing that we have to do is just forming them in the past continuous form. While I was speaking, Dave was because Dave is a third subject. He was walking down the streets, eating. Two actions were in the process. He was walking. While he was walking, he was eating a sandwich. Emma was watching TV, and Lisa was reading a magazine. At midnight, Wednesday was still doing her homework. Now we have to put this mm, words into these gaps in the form of past continuous. It was a beautiful morning. The sun was shining. Now here is a spelling thing is going on. Shining. E is dropped and ing is added. And the birds were singing. It doesn't mean two ings are added. We were getting ready to go to the beach. That was was putting, yeah, was putting and double T our bags in the car and mom and Tom were making. Again, E is dropped and ing is added. Like shine, the word shine. In the kitchen, I was talking, talking to my friends on the phone. Now here, yeah, and now you have to make interrogative forms, interrogative. Now just a sec. Oh, we got a lot to do here. Interrogative, and positive sentence mostly. What were you doing at 9 o'clock yesterday evening? I was watching TV in the living room. What were you? I can remember I wasn't paying attention. Paying attention. I was sleepy. What was not the verb because your husband is he. That's why what was your husband doing? Was your husband doing at that time? He was making chicken pie. Oh, really? Her, husband is making here chicken pie. How do you know? Because our dog was going crazy. It means just it was difficult to control. Their dog was going crazy. He loves the smell of chicken. Okay. Now, what we're doing last Saturday at these times, right sentence. Just you can make your own sentence here, and maybe I'll do just for the practice. At 7 o'clock, 7 a.m., I was having a shower. At 10 a.m., I was what? Just I'm making up all of them, watching TV series at 10 a.m. Next 1 p.m. I was teaching. Maybe I was what having an English lesson at 1 p.m. Next 6 o'clock. What? I was having dinner with my family at that time, which I mean is here, of course, 6 p.m., 9 p.m. Mm, I was doing what? I was doing my homework with my, let's say, friends online. It means I was doing my homework with my friends online. Online we were doing. And sixth, I just know I've done something wrong here. Yeah, for the first, just I have dropped. And for the last one is I was just I will lie here. I was sleeping at that time, that moment. Yeah, we done here. Yeah. Now I will return to the page where we were. Stop, here. Now, grammar below we have done here. Complete this paragraph below with past continuous form of the verbs in bracket. Do not repeat the subject or was verb. They are not necessary. I left the hotel early the next morning. Already the sun was shining. It's just setting the scene, describing that moment brightly, and the temperature was rising. Again, rise. Pay attention to that. In the square, cafe owners were carrying because cafe owners, not only one person, at least there would be two. Dog was lying now again, lying. It's not written as Lieing. It's just, it would be, converted to that version of the payment nearby, but it wasn't sleeping. Two teenage girls were sitting double on a bench, sharing. Means they were sharing. That's why we do not have to repeat was were in subject. Sharing headphones. What were they listening to? Now, speaking working pairs, as can ask questions about. Mm, I hope we do not have to do it. Just you can, stop it and ask from yourself and answer these questions. For example, what were they doing? What was your mother doing? What was the boy doing yesterday? You have to just, refer to the exact time. Not like yesterday, but it should be yesterday at maybe 9 p.m. to be exact. It's much more correct to use what were you doing yesterday at 9 p.m. Imagine that yesterday you arrived in the center of a new city. Right sentence is the past continues to describe the scene. Use the words below or your own ideas. A tourist was reading a book. Okay. Some birds were what? Were there is no any words that can match. Some birds were singing again. Two taxi drivers were arguing, maybe fighting, fighting. The police officer um, was talking on the phone while a police officer was talking on the phone. And some school children were laughing, maybe walking by, and at that moment, some school Children were walking by. Walking by it means just they were walking their that place nearby. Yeah, you can make just great sentence like this. For example, a shop owner was eating something, some workmen were taking photos, some shoppers were laughing, smiling, singing. It's not a big deal. It just to recap, wrap up, we have done this. And I guess we can finish up here. Thank you.